Hey guys, I'm PM Asher, and welcome to our weekly Dungeon Defenders Devstream. I'm here today with two guests. The first of which is Jade.
What's up, guys? It's good to be back.
Yeah, it's been about how long since you've been on this stream before?
It's been a while. Super busy, jamming stuff out.
Yeah, so he's actually been busy working on a lot of stuff in the Devstream today. We're revealing to you our new patch, Dragonfall Carnival. So for you, those of you that don't know, and you're going to see a nice little video in 1 second, but Dragonfall Carnival is coming out on February 9th. And this is the Devstream where we reveal all.
Absolutely. We're going to go over all the deets, everything you guys want.
So guys, for those of you that don't know, we do run contests. We are running contests every 10 minutes. These are for 500 gem codes for the game. So if you want to get a lot of the stuff that we're going to talk to you about today, definitely type in hashtag DD2 to win some.
Yeah, but surprises. You're going to definitely. You got the deets there.
So, oh man, you picked it up. I was just about to say, okay, cool. Is there another one?
Yeah.
All right, sweet. All right, guys. So
awesome.
Here's the very first thing that's in this patch. I'm gonna let Jay talk to you guys.
Sure. So as you guys know, it's a carnival theme, and one of the big rewards that if you have any childhood memories of going to the carnival is collecting these cool little paper tickets and handing them in for prizes. And so Etheria has the same kind of habits as we do in real life. And so by playing the game and going out there, defeating enemies, victory chests, all that kind of jazz, you're going to get an opportunity to earn these carnival tickets, and then there's a special vendor in the hub who's kind of waiting for you. He's kind of a paper hoarder. He likes recycling, and he wants to collect all the excess paper that's red in Etheria and kind of mishmash that into new prizes for all the defenders.
So there's really two parts of Dragonfall Carnival that we're going to be talking to you about today. The first part has to do with the Heroes Marketplace and the tickets, and that's actually where we're going to go to and show you next. And the second part is about admission passes and the Dragonfall Carnival and those prizes. So without further ado, oh man, I guess, we can go anyways. All right, let's take them to the Heroes Marketplace.
Let's do it. That was a good build there. Did you think you were going to win?
I mean, probably not. I am butter.
Oh man, they're getting excited.
Nice. And look at all the DD2s. Everybody wants some gems.
Sweet. All right, guys. So now, as we're transitioning to the Hero Marketplace, so as many of you know, this was voted on in Influence Week last year. So Influence Week was a week where everyone got to stop working on what they're supposed to be working on, and instead kind of make up their own thing that they wanted to do.
Yeah, a lot of pet projects.
One of the ones you and I worked on was
the Uber abilities. Was kind of the idea of the synergy abilities where one hero could put an actor out into the world, which we're kind of using a little bit of that tech this milestone, this patch, and the other heroes could like fire in these super abilities. And I believe the Squire was the cannonball wall, and then the Huntress had like the Super Phoenix and all the stuff, and the Apprentice did the Super Vortex.
That one didn't win, unfortunately, but there were three others that got the top 3 prizes, and this one was number 2. We're working on some of the other ones right now, but this is basically a new outdoor social tavern called the Heroes Marketplace. So,
I mean, and look at it. It looks so fantastic. I mean, we had the tavern, which had this great personality and a good introduction, and here we're actually seeing the parts of Etheria taking... my favorite part, at least so far in the visuals, is that if you're looking at the horizon, you're looking out into the world, you can kind of see little aspects and little vistas and POIs that you've seen throughout your adventures, and that's a nice reminder. Really kind of brings the world together. I mean, look at that. It's gorgeous. It's great.
Can you go on the boat, Butter?
Sure.
I love the boat. It's my favorite part. So you can see everything's kind of spaced out now more than it was in the cramped tavern before. Oh no!
Butter is an expert
Don't
platformer.
Do that.
He's an expert
There's
platformer.
no swimming in the Heroes Marketplace. So if you're not trying to swim, you'll notice that all the past vendors are for you. You'll also notice that there's a bunch of new vendors. So after we go visit our friends on the boat successfully this time, we'll take you over to the prize wheel. So there are some things in the Heroes Marketplace that are exclusive to the Dragonfall Carnival. The Dragonfall Carnival is a limited event, so it's going to be around until the next patch. And one of these is the tickets in the prize wheel. So why don't you tell them about this awesomeness?
Absolutely. So we really wanted to focus on just really, really cool things, and we kind of sat around the designers and actually a lot of animators and stuff like that, and just thought, okay, what are the neat things, and what are the two different kinds of prizes that we want to give our defenders during the carnival? We have a focus on being super fun, about really being delightful, really being carnival themed, and so in that vein, we've got fireworks is one of the prizes you can get, and that kind of gives you a consumable that you can put down the firework and then get a firework display. There's a whole bunch of different ones, and that's really neat.
Oh man, we just got that. Why don't we show them the fireworks? Should put this out somewhere. Put it on the boat. Let's go on the boat and put some fireworks.
So while we're running,
doesn't sound dangerous at all.
No, man. No, you have to do fireworks on the boat because it's over water. Obviously.
Here we go. So as you can see, we're in the inventory, and you can double click on your any of your consumables here, and then this one happens to be the confetti fireworks, and so it's kind of this riot of confetti that kind of goes. You can see that they stack. Here's another one.
And about how long do those go off for when you place one?
They're a little bit more temporary. They last about 30 seconds or so. However, you can have multiple of them out. Okay. So you can set up a really impressive display. And I'd really love to see screenshots of it. You guys can create really cool displays out there. It'd be really neat to capture those and put them on the forums.
So a lot of the stuff from the wheel, you can see it doesn't take a lot of tickets to do, but they are temporary. They're really fun, cool things.
Yes.
I imagine lots of people immediately after they win a Nightmare 4 match, placing a bunch of fireworks down and letting them go off.
I would really love to see. If
he got the mega jackpot.
There it is.
We were trying this for 20 minutes before.
Okay, well we'll come back to the mega jackpot because it's got. We'll kind of go over all the prizes, then we'll talk about what the mega jackpot is. So another one, you can see there's these carnival masks, and so here I was really working with some of the artists and going, what are all the famous carnivals out there that Ethereans would celebrate, and kind of what would be really, really cool and what would be recognizable. And so we've got fun, like a rabbit. We have a rabbit mask. It's called the Care Lovers. We've got this Imperial Grin mask, which is really neat. And so these are kind of temporary. They're Hey, open up the forage. You can check it out.
Yeah.
You can check it out right there in all its grandeur. And so these are really awesome. There's some really interesting combinations if you have different costumes on with all the different carnival masks. These are kind of fun. This
is my favorite though.
The apple one? Nice.
So,
the fro! Oh my god!
Squire.
It's the fro.
Yeah.
Yes. So there's an assortment of carnival masks, and these are short, temporary. These are about 10 minutes, and you can collect them and stack them, and then hoard them, and then it would be really awesome to see what kind of again how much fun you guys have in the hub, and how much fun you guys have showing off with these things.
So now a big focus of the patch, like we talked about, was fun, doing fun things. We also put a couple of really cool gameplay items on the ticket. So you can only get tickets by playing the game. It's not through gems or anything. It's just through gold or playtime. But there's some cool buffs you can get. Why don't you tell everyone about that?
So these are new kind of salves. These are effectively consumables in there, and they target a specific stat. We know a really big thing for defenders out there is to have a specific build and play style. So we didn't want to say, oh, here's this one massive thing that kind of encompasses all your stats. We really know that customization is an element that really resonates with defenders out there. And so we've created a suite of salves here. One that targets each of the specific gameplay stats. I'm talking about like defense power, defense health, hero damage, crit chance, ability power, like everything.
That was a hero speed one, right?
Yes, there's a movement speed one.
Do you have that one, Butter?
Yes.
I think it's the star. Sweet, run around.
So the so the cool thing about these is that all of them that you can really kind of take a look and if target a specific stat for a specific specific round or wave or onslaught. They give you a 10% boost overall. And so they're really valuable no matter where you are in the progression. So if you're an early player in campaign and you want to kind of burn down Betsy or bring down the Harbinger, you can do that. If you're at the top of Nightmare 4 and you want to bang out one of the harder onslaught maps, popping these potions before you go into the combat phase and having them help smooth out that experience is something that we really thought was important. We have another thing. So as you guys know, because I did the super synergy abilities, I really like the idea of a player being able to affect the rest of the team and a player having something they can do to help everybody else out. And those kind of interactions I think are really important. We have effectively what we have is we implemented in true theory and trendy fashion. We have the popcorn cart. So what's a popcorn cart, right? So you're kind of at a carnival and you want some snacks. So any player can bring in a popcorn cart, and then when they use the popcorn cart. When they use the popcorn cart, is it going to happen?
I started.
Oh, you did it? All right, okay. Sorry. All right, cool. So it gives you a bunch more buffs, and so the popcorn cart is a little bit more special. So it gives you health regen, it gives you ability mana, so blue mana regen, and it also gives you a boost to both your hero and defense crit stats. And the reason why we did that is because when you're helping your team and you have the popcorn cart and you're putting it down for the rest of your guys, you can't necessarily target. You can't really say like, oh, what's the play style, and it kind of gets a little bit micromanaging. And so we wanted to simplify it out and put one specific consumable out there that kind of can benefit everybody. And so we really hope, that these buffs kind of help smooth out some areas or help seeing some of the top end players. Some of your top defenders really defeat some more Nightmare 4, or just level up some guys and get some buffs.
And I think what's going to be really fun for everyone is seeing how much they can hoard.
Yes, absolutely.
Because this will be a limited event, so I'm sure a lot of you guys are going to be running around trying to get just as max number of popcorn machines in your inventory as possible. Because these things are going to be really valuable, I think, to players, especially after the carnival leaves town.
Yes. There's a couple more things. You want me to talk about some of the other stuff?
Let's go.
Okay. So in addition, Dungeons & Defenders 2 is a loot game, and a lot of our cool stuff happens in loot. And so for a certain portion of the time, you can get a guaranteed legendary at your average eye power. So,
and is there any cap on that average, or is it just at yours?
It's at your average eye power. So if you're at eye power 200 and you've got like 2 epics, 1 mythic, and a handful of legendaries to fill out the rest of the slots, you can grind out on the prize wheel and kind of fill in some of the slots. Or if you're a new player starting out, you can try your luck on the prize wheel, get a legendary, really help out that new campaign experience. That's what we really, really like. Or if you have a new hero and you want to start up a new build, like say you're missing a huntress, you can level them up and then kind of hit the prize wheel on occasion, just kind of give you a nice little power boost, help you during your level up experience.
And I think so. We have some questions about this being a limited event. We had Kraith ask one, and the answer is that we do plan for these events to be the kind of things that come and go. So the carnival's in town now. We want to get everyone's feedback on it. It'll leave, and then when it comes back, it might have different prizes, different kinds of buffs, different things. So we think there's it's a fun chance to bring new things to you guys, and then have it go away and come back and be a little different, and have it be an event that everyone gathers around.
Yep.
So you can see him stacking all the legendary items he's getting from the wheel right now. What else can you get on the wheel?
So now that we've talked about all the different kinds of prizes, we can talk. Sorry. You can also get some of the pet eggs. And I was like, no. But so you can get pet eggs from here. So if you want, if you just kind of want to fill out your roster and you really like that pet game, we thought it'd be a really neat thing to give you one of each of the species eggs. You get a creeper, a dragon, or a gato egg, and kind of fill out your roster there. So the jackpots. This is the exciting part. I really love the jackpots. So the jackpots, these are 2 of the slices.
Wait, actually, let me interrupt you before that. We have a question.
Oh, okay.
So this is from Waters Edge 07. And the question is, are the chances on the wheel evenly distributed, or is there some kind of behind-the-scene odds set up for each thing on the wheel?
There's a little bit more weight. As we discussed specifically, the jackpots, the jackpots, and this is kind of a spoiler, the jackpots have 1 of everything. So there's 2 really, really valuable jackpots in there. We kind of wanted to make those a little bit more rare. And then some of the we really like the salve. So we really think those stat buffs are going to be really, really popular with you guys. And so we kind of jack those up. So there's a little bit more easier to get. They're a little more frequent. So that's a good segue into the jackpots, right? So the main jackpot is the Carnival jackpot. And so that mega jackpot item that you get, it gives you 1 of each of the carnival items. So
you get all the legendaries too?
Not the legendary, just the carnival ones.
So you get the masks and the salves and the popcorn
and the firework.
Yes. And now there's multiple kinds of fireworks, right? So you get 1 of each kind.
It's the way that we did it was we kind of wanted to be a little bit of a rando box, just to kind of. And we can kind of iterate on that, but it's one firework item, and that can summon a random one. So, it's just kind of giving 1. So the jackpot is just kind of it's an extra, hey, let's fill it out, and just kind of throw some more at you. Now,
Chris says he's going to spin the wheel for 48 hours straight.
I believe it. The other jackpot is the pet mega jackpot, and so this one I'm kind of really excited about. We've been getting with the current state of the pets. We've got a lot of iteration to do, and we've been thinking and ideating about what we kind of want to do with the pet system and where we want to take it. So this pet mega jackpot has one of every single pet item imaginable in there, except for shell shells.
Item, not pets, right?
Right. Item. So we're talking about one of each of the pet foods, one of each of the evolution materials, and one of each of the reroll items. And so we really just kind of want you to get in there, or I would like you to do it. Whatever you guys choose to do with it is up to you guys. But it should be a really nice way. We're introducing a bunch of pets into we're constantly with the monthlies. We're introducing new pets. And sometimes there can be a little bit of a pain. It can be a little bit harder to get your pets up. So we have this pet jackpot, and it'll allow you to collect more pet things to kind of level those guys up and get them up there.
Butter, can we go give the people on the boat some popcorn?
Yes, we can.
Back to the boat. Back to the boat.
Back to the boat.
So as you guys, go ahead.
Grandma
I was gonna say if and after we give them some popcorn because Grandma's hungry. If you can show them some of the fun climbing and traversal that you can do here as well.
So this is really fun. It was really fun watching Collins iterate on this thing. He sits right next to me in the design room, and I get to kind of peek over at his shoulder and say oh, that's really cool. What are you building? Kind of whisper to him hey, that's really cool. And he's like, yeah, it's really cool. And that's kind of what we do. We're designers hey, this is really cool. Oh, cool. That's really cool too. Actually, Butter's doing a lot of my actual favorite thing. I really like the visuals, but these catapults are that's just fun. You can steer. It's a great little experience there. Jump around, try and land. Oh.
So we have 2 questions
Sure.
from the comments right now. One is about pet reroll item stacking.
Okay.
And it's if we have any plans to make them stack more than 9 right now.
Not currently. However, we can investigate that and have a brief discussion. I know that's kind of our standby. However, I will go talk to some people and see what we can do.
And then the other question is, let's see, about pet bag space. So I think the question is, are we going to sell or expand pet bags? So I think we do sell pet bag space now, right?
We do. We sell pet bag space, and we'll have to figure out if there's a need for a higher cap. We can definitely kind of investigate that. I think it's going to be kind of a joint call. I'll kind of go talk to Elliot and see what he thinks.
Yeah. And so then I think another question, which is perfect for you, is about tickets. And do they get automatically picked up with auto collect?
Yeah, they should, absolutely. Anything in the game that you don't pick up should automatically get collected.
And then also, do red tickets stack?
Yes. They stack to 99 or something.
99?
Yeah,
Okay,
99
cool.
or 98. The huge stacks. We're expecting you to get
I was going to
tons of
say,
those,
since
yeah.
it takes 10 tickets to spin the
Yeah.
wheel, I would hope that one
Yeah.
stack of tickets could at least be more than
Yes.
one wheel spin.
Yes.
Okay, cool. So guys, don't worry, your inventory isn't going to fill up completely with tickets
Not too much.
after one round, and then you have to go spin the wheel.
I'm definitely foreseeing that you guys are going to stack a whole bunch of these stack consumables and use them when you guys need to. It'll be fun.
So while we have you here, before Dan comes on, Dan's our design director, and we're going to talk about the carnival with him. I want to switch briefly to something we were going to do at the end of the stream, which is the Guardian of Fire Huntress costume variant, if this doesn't throw Butter off too much.
I really...
Oh.
Oh.
Ooh.
That is so awesome. That is so
Let's
great.
show it one more time.
Do you want to see it? I got it.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's run around with it for a
Yeah.
second. Alright, so guys, this is something new we're trying. This is one of our first variant skins. So this is a version of the Huntress's default costume.
Yeah.
But it's an elemental variant, and it's on fire.
And
And it's
If I remember correctly, it's all of, when you get it, there's a whole bunch of extra stuff. You
Yeah,
get all
exactly.
of the accessories, yeah.
So you get all 31, or almost all 31 of the Huntress's accessories that come with the kit. You can see if you want to kind of move around some of them now. To change out some of the, oh man, you got that mask on, that's fine. You can walk around a bit with it. And you can see it's really cool, the material changes and shifts as you move because you are on fire. So this is something cool and new that we're trying. It's an experiment to see what you guys think of it. It is really expensive. It's kind of a thank you for supporting the game. One of the interesting ways that we're just putting in other cosmetic only items. So we'd love to know what you guys think, and if you guys want to see more, of these elemental variants in the future.
We'd love
Look,
to
she
see
flies.
that.
I'm just kidding, she doesn't fly. Rusty, one of our artists, drew a concept picture of her flying, and it was awesome.
Nice,
and then
yeah.
afterwards, we're all like, "Why doesn't she fly?
Yeah, why does she fly?
Why didn't we make her fly? I don't know."
Yeah, those hardcore like archer power poses, right?
But it's like she does fly. Look.
She
Yeah.
should have flown for sure.
So you can, if you want to go change out some of her accessories really quick. So one of the cool things that we're doing with this variant is normally with the Hunter you'd have to buy all of her
Right.
accessories separately. So because this is a variant of the Hunter skin, it comes with 31
Yeah.
of those accessories.
That's
so you can
awesome.
kind of customize how she looks flame to all on fire to your heart's content.
You can
Make
say-
it match whatever you have on currently, or make it be your own unique fire outfit.
Yes.
So I think this turned out really cool. I'm really happy with it.
You're a huntress your way.
On fire.
But
On fire.
Only on fire.
Yes.
Damn, that looks really cool. It looks even cooler on Twitch for some reason than it does just looking at it in the game.
Yeah.
Someone wants us to do an air monk. You know, it's funny. A long time ago in Prototype, we had an ability for the monk, which was him floating and channeling, buffing another
Oh, really?
player.
I didn't.
Yeah.
Yeah, that must have been before.
No,
my
it
time.
didn't work very well.
No, it didn't work very well.
No, it's kind of not fun to have all control taken away from you as you floated and
right,
followed
right.
around another character. But it did look really cool.
It did look cool?
That you were kind of like in the monk posture and reading.
Hmm.
So no variant. It's just a costume like other costumes. So if you purchase it, you can wear it. But the term variant we're using to mean it is something that's in the game already. It's like a version of the default
Right.
Huntress outfit. So
Yes.
it's a vanity item for people who want to support us and buy something
Yeah.
really cool. It's not like a new skin or a new costume or something like that.
And
that
if
we
you
made.
do, we thank you. We really appreciate it.
Oh man, so we have one question here from
Okay.
iToggle, and this is about how long before new classes?
New classes.
We're almost done with
We're
one
almost,
of them.
yeah, right around. Well, whoops.
So
I
yeah.
saw some concept art for one that was awesome.
Oh man.
I saw some animation for one.
Oh man, some people wanted a lightning variant. Maybe we can do that next.
Yeah.
So we are working on new heroes. We don't have any videos queued up for you guys today, but if you tune to last Devstream or if you watch it on YouTube, you can see a short video clip of the first new hero that we're adding to the game, the Abyss Lord.
Yes.
That one's actually wrapping up. We don't have a release date announcement for him yet, but we will be talking to you guys about that after the Dragonfall Carnival.
Yeah.
And those are going to be really exciting.
Yes.
So
It's it's something that we've wanted to do for a long time. We know that you guys have been asking for new heroes, and we're just incredibly excited that we have that we can.
So with that said, let's put away the fire variant.
Yeah.
You can just pocket this.
My fire variant.
And let's go to the Dragonfall Carnival. So this is oh man, so we have one more question from Waters that's about color customization options. So it's something that we want to do in the future, but it's
Yeah.
just not a priority right now. There is some stuff that you'll see soon, which are kind of like happy ways which we're doing it, which I think is kind of cool. So the Dragonfall Carnival, we're gonna walk up to the entrance over here. When Bear Kira is done firing at people. The Dragonfall Carnival. Oh man, you guys are gonna get. I forget, you're gonna get another new hero sneak peek in a second. All right, cool. So, so you can see here that this whole thing with the carnival is that if you want, you can play for free. You can sneak in, you can play, you can enjoy the carnival. But if you want to win the prizes, which are all cosmetic type prizes, they're premium pets, they're past monthly pets, they're costumes. There's other stuff which we're going to show you in a minute. Then you have to buy an admission pass to get in. So admission passes are 150 gems each, or you can buy a bundle of all 16 admission passes for 1,600 gems. And what's really cool is that if you buy all the passes, then you're obviously guaranteed to get everything, because unlike our lockbox system, this wheel counts down.
Yes, it does count down.
Yes, so when you spin the wheel and you get a prize, and you can no longer get that prize, each prize is unique. And so you only get it once. So people who want to get everything, you have a really easy time of getting it everything. You just have to buy the bundle and play the map 16 times.
And this map, we've been jamming on this map for a while now, and this is probably one of the most fun maps that I've had.
Yeah.
In DD2, it's definitely up there in my top favorite maps.
Mm-hmm. So one of the real focuses with this map was just fun. When we started the conception of this map, we knew that we wanted to be something that people played multiple times.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
And when Haddad comes on, we're going to talk a little bit more about that. But we went through a lot of revisions of how do we make a map that's fun to play multiple times. And that has to do with the Jester, which you guys just saw, and something called Jester boxes, which you are going to see in 1 minute. But the idea was that if we do these Jester boxes, which have kind of unique, new, fun enemies, there's javelin throwers with pies.
Yes, javelin throwers with pies.
What are some of the other ones?
So there's a couple Dark Mage variants, which I think are the coolest thing. So we took the Dark Mage and we gave them elemental variants. So like there's like a lightning version, there's an ice version. He like freezes his buddies. He's kind of like this happy accident kind of thing, you know. Oh, here we go.
Oh man, here we
More
go.
information.
All right, guys.
Thanks everybody.
Please thank Jay for being on. Thank him for his awesome consumables and the new items on the ticket wheel. We now have Haddad, who's our design director. We continue talking about the Dragonfall Carnival.
Dragonfall Carnival, best carnival.
Is it the best carnival?
I think so.
You think
Best
so?
carnival I've
Perfect.
seen.
Okay, good. I think so too.
Cool.
So we jumped ahead a little bit. We jumped into the Dragonfall Carnival, and we were just talking about the Jester. So I think everyone wants to know, is she going to be a playable hero?
She might be a playable hero. Yeah, she's definitely made her first appearance now in her little carnival. So let's see what happens. Did you guys talk about how some of the human characters are kind of fooled? They don't really know what's going on.
No, we haven't yet. Why don't you introduce them to that?
There we go. The main idea that we were talking about originally was there's this really cool carnival that comes to Etheria every once in a while. That's actually, just a fun place for people to come and visit. But this time around, the villains, all the orcs and goblins kind of snuck in, which is why you see them like on stilts and doing all these weird things that you wouldn't ordinarily do. But the thing about the guy who owns this carnival, he doesn't see very well, so he hasn't really picked up on it. So you'll see all that cool stuff, or you can maybe piece it together when you see. So
that's the character in the outdoor carnival in the prize. So you just can't see as his big glasses.
Yeah,
and the goblins have taken over the carnival and made it into this really dangerous thing, and he doesn't know.
Yeah, they basically want the goblins to practice defeating the crystals.
So you can see the goblins have set up a fake crystalline cart, which our heroes are fooled by and think they must protect.
Yeah. I think it's the best core we've ever built.
Yeah,
especially
I think so
its
too.
destruction sequence.
Yeah, and it just kind of falls over, which is hilarious.
Yeah.
But what I was telling them about before you came in, which I'd love for you to tell them about, is how we wanted to make a map that was fun to play multiple times because of the prizes.
Yeah.
And how we'd accomplish that.
Absolutely. So from the get-go, we wanted to focus a lot on every time you kind of come into this encounter, something new happens, it feels a little different. Obviously, the Jester boxes are a big thing, or a big part of that. They'll kind of spawn across the maps. You can deal with them in one of two ways. You can rush and try to destroy them super quickly, or if you set up an impeccable defense, that'll be what kind of handles it. And the things they spawn are kind of these wacky, silly. Sometimes they'll help you, sometimes they'll hinder you. Looking things that you'll have to deal with, like giant goblins or ice mages and things along those lines.
And you're going to have to play the map multiple times to see all of them, right?
To see all of them, absolutely. To get all the prizes, absolutely. To just have a good bit of fun, absolutely, as well.
And I think, one of the modus operandi when we were creating this level was we often try to make content that's difficult, and we were like, instead of making challenging content, let's just try to make fun content.
Yeah, let's try, this time let's do something that's a good bit of fun. You guys killed the Harbinger. Hopefully he wasn't too painful to deal with, and now let's just have a bit of fun with him.
So, with that said, why don't we tell them a little bit about normalized gameplay? And also ride the roller coaster, quick, get on it. Oh, you're missing it. All right, good.
He did it.
Got it.
So normalized play, basically we thought, what if you had a friend who doesn't play DD2, right? This update is kind of the perfect time to introduce them to the game. But we thought about, what if we have a player who's, an endgame player, he's all decked out with his gear, and his friend just started out, they won't really get to play together in this cool, fun carnival. So we introduced this mode on this carnival called normalized play. And the idea of it, you create your character, you queue up for it with your friend, and if you're lower than a certain threshold, basically what it does is, or based on the hero that you equipped, it tells you, hey, pick. Do you want a defender hero? Do you want an ability hero? And it'll basically deck you out with a pre-assembled hero and lets you just jump in and have some fun with it. No loot drops, no experiences given, but you'll still get the end game reward or the end of map reward if you bought a ticket.
So really, it's a fun map to play with your friends to get some of the cosmetic prizes. Now, I think that even if you're someone who hasn't spent gems on the game or doesn't usually want to spend gems, the prizes from this wheel are just such a good value and are just so cool. And I think everyone's going to kind of want to at least spin it once and see what they get.
Absolutely. And the really cool and kind of exciting kind of side effect that we didn't really think of, but normalized play kind of facilitates. If you've really want to try like the Huntress at endgame, you can do that now without actually leveling her up and discovering maybe she isn't for you or she is for you. You can jump in, make a level 1 hero, go play normalized play, see what it's like to be an endgame Huntress, and decide whether or not you want to level her up.
Yeah, so it's I think that people are going to have a lot of fun here, and I think it'll be really interesting, when new players jump in and they're like, hey, well, why don't you just come to the carnival with me? You could check out like a level 50 Squire or a level 50 Monk. I think one of the questions that we really have for you guys for after the Dragonfall Carnival is over, about it coming back and about the future of the game, is just, did you guys like normalized play? Is it something that you'd like to see more of? Is it something that you didn't like? You can, of course, still play this map at the normal difficulties, and if you do, I believe you still get loot and everything you would normally, right?
Absolutely, you would.
Yeah, so
we have them on different difficulties all the way up to Nightmare 4, so you'll be able to jump in and experience kind of a challenge on them with some gear and stuff.
So for what you guys were asking before, why play this if we don't want to get prizes, and you can still play it just like any other normal map added to the game.
It's just a new map that we added to the game. That's a good bit of fun with a lot of kind of cool new things in it.
Yep.
Jester boxes.
You have to be this tall to get into normalized. That's exactly right. So with that, why don't we show some of the environmental traps really quick. Butter, if you want to show off that water trap there. Can you get it? Oh, man. Yeah, I love the water traps. And we also have the testing the strength.
I like the aesthetics of that trap, if you looks up.
The level really turned out really gorgeous, so I think everyone did a fantastic job on that.
It is a very pretty level.
So while Butter is playing, do you think you can multitask and play and show prizes? Or are we going to have to... Oh, we'll wait till the next build phase. Yeah. So before we show prizes, why don't we jump into some questions here?
Let's do that.
All right, cool. So the first question is, would you be up for making a hero trial mode in-game, which lets you try a hero you haven't made at a higher level? Sort of how you explain normalized mode 4 at the carnival.
I mean, you can kind of do that right now with normalized play, like I was saying. You can kind of jump in right now, make a hero that's level 1, jump into normalized play, and it'll just deck you with awesome gear, and you can see what it's like to play that hero at the end game.
And I think that's, we're kind of looking at the normalized play as an experiment like everything in this patch. But it's an experiment to see, like, do people like that trial type thing? And maybe if it's something you like, then we already have the tech on the back end to, do maybe a more formal, when we have lots of heroes in the game, you could click try at max level and be like, oh man, this guy's so cool, okay, I want to get one.
Loads you into a little, puts you in a little normalized map.
You place all the Abyss Lords towers and you're like, I can't believe what this does, alright. Alright, I was going to spoil more than that, but I'll just... Alright, next question. How would you feel about altering the end of match chests and their loot to better be in line with your character build?
That's an excellent idea. Maybe we'll talk a little bit more about it when we talk about the hero deck, but we do want to basically change the way loot is distributed so that it's smarter, right? It's more aware of the type of, not just the hero, like Squire, Monk, Huntress, but what sort of Huntress. This is DPS Huntress, Ability Huntress, Trap Huntress, Napalm Balloon Huntress, and give you gear for the build that you are pursuing and kind of encourage you to do that. So that's absolutely... If we do that, it'll be across all the game, whether it's endgame chests or just things dropping from mini bosses and things along those lines.
So they're asking if in normalized mode, do we include a preset sphere sheet?
Yes, there's a preset sphere sheet. SAS points are distributed. You have an extra pet. You have a pet as well. You basically have everything you need to jump in and go.
And we do have questions about if admission passes are used if you lose the map. No, if you lose the map, you can keep the admission pass, and basically one admission pass equals one prize.
Yeah.
So if you have 60 admission passes, you get all the prizes and the grand prize.
It's only consumed on victory. So.
Yep. All right, so if we plan on leaving early access this year, which we do, is the game going into beta soon, and what changes should we expect then?
What changes should we expect? More focus to take the systems that we have in the game and refine them, improve upon them. We wouldn't be making like massive changes as we've done in the past, and we might do across the year. We'd be taking the existing systems that we're happy with and kind of improving them, tweaking them, adding more to them, and things along those lines.
And there's really, I think, for you guys for the rest of the year, a lot of polish, a lot of system changes, a lot of system simplifications.
Yeah.
I would say that are coming in the pipe for the patch updates. And actually, you guys have been working on a couple right now.
We've been working on pets is definitely one of them that we're looking at. Matchmaking a lot. That's a big one we're actively working on right now. So there's
the hero deck and heroes.
Hero deck as well.
So there's a lot of stuff in the pipeline. So one of the things that we said, this is one of our first patches that we've worked on where like half the team has been working on the patch and the other half of the team has been working on the next patch. So you're going to kind of see a lot of the stuff that we've been designing and working on at the beginning of the year in the patch after this while you're having fun at the Dragonfall Carnival, which guys who keep asking is coming out next Tuesday on February 9th. All right, are there planned changes to melee combat, and can we have details?
I'll give you as many details as I can. We're not really going to touch the Squire Monk and kind of the first 4 heroes. We're going to leave them for a bit as we start to develop and experiment with new heroes. But we're obviously talking a lot about a lot of different new heroes that we're coming up with. And one of them was kind of a melee hero, and I was talking with people internally about it. And we might do an experiment with melee combat with one of them. So that might happen potentially. I can't give way to more details than that. So just be patient and see if we actually do it.
I'll just say that I read this experiment in Haddad's design doc when I was reading through it, and I noticed it obviously, and it was in the animation section, and I was like, okay, I think people are going to be really happy about this particular experiment.
And if we do it and it works
out,
out,
either like the hero or they won't, right?
I like it if they want. And if people like the experiment a lot, and we do the experiment and it works out well, we might go back to the Squire and Monk and see if we can improve them as well.
Yeah, so we're really using new heroes this year as a way to test new ideas and different things. So as opposed to, we talked a lot about hero revamps, and we still want to do those in the future, but we want to give you guys new experiences, fun things, see what you guys think, use it as a ground to innovate, and then kind of pull that back.
The big focus with heroes is pick something thematically cool, do something about it, and introduce something really new and really refreshing with every single hero.
All right, so the next question. Any details you can share about the oh wait, we're in the build phase. All right, before the hero deck question. Okay, cool. That's the obligatory hero deck question. Let's show some of these. Oh man. All right, no, that's the environment. We show them the environment. Let's show them the prize wheel.
There we go.
Oh man, here we go. The bling wheel. So you guys may have seen this in the preview video we put out earlier. We're going to show you some. We're trying to let Butter not lose while I shows you these things. We're going to show you them. So let's go over all the prizes on the wheel. So what's the first set of costumes you can win?
We have the Galaxy skins, and you see them over there, the cool little purpley things, as if there's a bunch of stars inside the heroes.
And we're going to show that for you guys full screen in a moment here. Now, these are awesome because it's a material effect, right?
Yeah.
And you can there's actually like a whole galaxy inside of the hero. So you can see it now as you move around, you actually see different parts of the galaxy. So they look really cool in motion.
Really cool. And the eyes are really cool, especially on like the hunters in the
I know. I was joking with Danny. I was like, man, it sucks that the apprentice doesn't have eyes. Because everyone else is
should have made this crystal glow.
I know. There's something.
Man.
I don't know.
Come on now. Come on, art.
So those are the galaxy skins. So those are actually called the Harbinger Veils costumes. So the next set is the Shadow costumes.
It's my personal favorite.
Of course.
Yes. So remember, you'll get one of these for only 150 gems. So we think they're really great deals. Oh man, they didn't even get to see you die.
No, that's fine.
Butters didn't die.
You're not gonna lose, right? Guys, he didn't die. Never mind. Sorry, I didn't say that. He's fine. He's killing all enemies. So here are the Shadow costumes. I think these are really cool. I know a lot of you have been asking for. Yep, there the comments go. For a blue-skinned huntress. So
there she is.
Here she is.
For the first,
so you can get on the wheel.
We do have another idea for a blue-skinned huntress skin. So that
we do have a really cool idea for one as well. So these are the carnival prizes. Now we also have the grand prizes, which you can see Butter's running around on, and I think we have an image for them.
Yeah.
Maybe not actually.
No.
We don't.
So we'll show those off to you in the costume shop in a minute. But there's you get the 4 carnival costumes. So it's the weightlifting squire with the mustache, the masquerade monk, the carnival themed huntress, and by carnival I mean like the not American carnival, the carnival themed huntress. Here we go. And then also we have the monk, who has some of the most fun accessories, I think.
He has probably
it's like a twisty mask, like an evil clown mask.
I do love the Squire's helmet, though. That's a very, very cool looking helmet.
Yeah, I love the mustache
I
on
like
the
that
Squire's
one
helmet.
of his accessories is chest hair.
Yeah.
Yep. So guys, so you get these 4 costumes if you win every prize on the wheel. So if you buy the big top bundle, you actually get these immediately.
Mm-hmm.
And then in addition to costumes, we also have golden pets and
Golden
monthly
pets. They're basically monthly pets that we've had before. We like the Bear Kira. You might have seen that. Thunder Gato. It's the gold version of them, and you can earn those as well. They'll have the same ability. They'll be. They'll have the ability or the themed ability already on them. They'll be good to go for all the fun, happy fun times.
And we have a question about this, but I'm going to jump ahead, so we might repeat it in the question later. But we are going to find other ways to offer the past monthly pets for free again in the future. We're kind of talking about that internally, whether they rotate back in as a monthly mission or they're just in the game and you can find them. So we're figuring that out now, but they are available if you miss them as part of this wheel. Golden versions of them.
Golden versions of them, yeah.
And then additionally also the premium pets, this is the only way to get the golden versions of them. So if you want like a golden cat crot or some of the other golden ones, you can only get them on this wheel.
Absolutely.
Now these pets do come hatched, right?
They're hatched. You don't get the egg, you just get the pet.
And it's automatically tier 2.
It's
So
automatically
you get its ability. And they have the preset ability for the actual pet. So this is also an experiment because we know we have a lot of feedback like, oh, I got this pet and it doesn't have the ability that's themed to it. So we're kind of experimenting and seeing how you guys like to get the pets where you don't have to evolve them to get their ability. They already have it. And they have an ability that's preset to the pet as opposed to just being pulled from a random one.
Butter, your setup is very symmetric. I love it.
I'm weird that way.
So golden pets are not better, they are just gold, but maybe by being gold that makes them better.
I guess.
It depends on your definition of better.
Depends on your aesthetic tastes. Yeah.
Stat-wise, they aren't better, they're just gold.
Same, yeah.
Okay, cool. So, oh man, I love the Jester saying. Okay, so the next question is about the upcoming hero deck changes. I hope you've prepared an awesome answer for this. I'm curious about how drastically you are willing to change it, what sort of changes you are thinking about, and of course, whether or not removing it and allowing us to use any number of heroes as an option you're considering.
So I'll give some details that we're thinking about. They're not necessarily finalized, but basically we want the hero deck to come to the forefront, right? We want the entire game to kind of be themed and built around it. It's one of the more unique aspects of our game. In other RPG games, you make one hero, you play as one hero, whereas in our game, you have a whole deck of heroes that you have to build up and use. And honestly, while playing the game, we kind of realized the game doesn't really support the deck very well. They kind of work against each other. So some of the things that we're thinking of is to make it easier or have the game kind of support the idea of the deck better. And things like XP. Only the active hero gets XP. What does that mean? If you want to have an active hero running around fighting, what does that mean for your builder heroes? Well, something that we're thinking of doing is XP is given to every member in your deck, not just the active hero. So you can imagine you level your entire deck up gradually, or you can add a level 1 hero or a lower level hero and he'll grow with your other heroes as well. Other aspects as well, when loot is going to drop, it's not just for your the main hero that you're playing, but the system will basically say, hey, you have 4 heroes in your deck. This time I'm going to drop for this guy, and this is how I built for him. It'll be aware, like if he's a builder, it'll give you builder gear. If he's a fighter, it'll give you fighter gear and things along those lines. That's stuff that we're still thinking about. We're kind of leaning towards doing that, but it's not absolutely final yet. But that's kind of it is in the design, yeah. But you know,
so
it's not in until it's in. So
yeah, that's true. But yeah, so I think the broad strokes answer to this question is the first thing we're trying to do is actually make the hero deck mean something. We've talked a lot about the surveys we've done in the past, and the reason why the hero deck really is part of my words, it's not useful right now. There's no benefit to only being limited to a certain amount of heroes. You still have to play all of them to level up and do all that stuff. So what we're really doing is fleshing. A lot of people still only play with one hero, and we're trying to be like, look, this is a game where you have multiple heroes. We're adding a ton of more heroes into the game. You're going to want to pick out a certain number of those heroes, and as you play with one, they all level up. You can pick what loot you get for different heroes. They have different synergies and stuff. So we're working on that right now. And then there's the open question over whether that number of heroes you have is 4 or 6 or 8 or whatever number it is. So that's something that we're certainly open to, but we want to see how people feel when, you can put the number of heroes you have in the game now in your deck, and they all level up at the same time, and those kind of things.
We are kind of leaning towards keeping a restriction on the deck, whether it's 4 or 6 or whatever, because we like the idea of having or giving you guys 20, 30, 40 heroes.
Yeah.
But like I walk in with these 4 that are my 4, and you walk in with a different 4, and maybe I can have 3 different decks. Like this is the builder deck, this is the Jester and Monk deck. Different things along those lines. That restriction can kind of elevate the strategy a little bit.
Yeah, so that is something that we are saying, where we are talking about also the possibility of multiple decks too. So, all right, the next question: can you buy admission passes with tokens as well as coins as well as gems?
No, you cannot.
Yeah, so they are separate. So tickets only available for in-game currency and stuff you find. There's cool buffs and things that you're going to want to stack up there. Admission passes only available with gems. Those are costumes and other cosmetic things. Now you can play this map for free if you want. You can sneak in without an admission pass. You just won't be able to win whatever prize you would have won at the end.
Yep.
Any news regarding ways to get older monthly quest pets? What is going to happen with monthly pets when the game is out of early access? Will new players have a chance to earn these pets?
We kind of answered that already a little bit, or we hinted at it. We want to be able to bring some of them back in some way or in some capacity, either in future monthlies or in events like these. Obviously, there are 2 pets here that were monthlies before that you can earn golden versions of. So that's kind of what we want to do with that.
And then the next question, since you seem to be open to monetization schemes, would you consider selling monthly pets?
We currently do sell pets. Whether or not we sell monthly pets, I'm not entirely sure. Maybe that's something we'll consider. But we want the way you earn the pet to mean something, right? If we just sold a monthly pet, then someone who took the trouble to earn it, by actually doing the quests for that month, it kind of loses its purpose.
So we have a question here, which is interesting from the comments, which is from Gold Dark PT, which is, what about different layout pages for each hero? So instead of needing to have 2 of the same hero, we just need 1, and we can switch gear or the kind of hero it is.
That's a cool idea. We want to kind of nail the hero deck and how that flow works before we kind of take it a level lower and see what we can do for the individual heroes, though.
So guys, we have a lot more questions about this map and the premium prizes. You can play on whatever difficulty you want, or normalized whenever you want, to by yourself or in co-op. Just if you beat the map and you do not have an admission pass, you will not win a prize. And if you beat the map and you do have an admission pass, it'll use the admission pass and you'll win a prize. So those are the only differences between the 2, but you can play it however you like, whatever way you want, with however many people you want, with whatever hero you have, whether it's your heroes or normalized 50 heroes. So there's a lot of options with this one to play.
Yes, absolutely.
So we have a question here from Big Raj 8642. Have you considered converting monthly pets into quests that we can attempt to do at our convenience?
We haven't considered that one, but that might be an interesting idea. If people are feeling really strongly about monthlies, we might do something to figure out how to bring them back more often, in either through events or weekend deals or things like that.
I think people are feeling really strongly about pets that have preset abilities that are really good, which is something that we're experimenting with.
Yes.
So I think that we're definitely talking about that and changing it to some more controlled stuff in the future. Yes, if you fail, you can lose, you can press the Control L, which is kill yourself button, and just let all the enemies attack your core, and you can lose the map. And you will not win a prize, but you will still have your admission pass, in which you can play again and win a prize.
Pass is only consumed when you win and you get the prize.
Yep. All right. Now to the fun question. So the last stream, Elliot's our new creative director, for guys of you who didn't watch the last stream, mentioned something about moving away from passives on gear. Can you clarify if this is going to happen, and what are some of the ideas for replacements? P.S. Please don't just say we are looking to do this.
So, yes, I can clarify a little bit about that. The idea here is we want passives to still exist, but we don't want them to be or to force you to do very specific things. And the way we kind of want it to function or to exist is basically, or what we're thinking of. Again, this is kind of still a work in progress, but the way you play your hero to either cause you to do more damage or to do less damage. So I can talk a little bit about the Abyss Lord maybe, but the way we're trying this out first with the Abyss Lord, the way he kind of works, you can build defenses and then swap out for a Huntress and go DPS mode with the Huntress. But if you have the Abyss Lord active in the game, even though he is a builder, you can go up to your defenses, you can do cool things, interact with them, and the DPS potential will be much higher. And it'll kind of equate to, depending on how well you play, to basically Huntress or Squire with defense build. That's how much DPS the potential can be. That's kind of how we want to push it towards. We want you to pick passives that do cool things and then play really well with your hero or the hero that you took into the combat phase to maximize your DPS along those lines. I hope that gives a little bit of details on the question.
Yeah, I think it does, and I think there's going to be a lot more from that in the future. Like we said, the focus this year is on new heroes, new towers, new ways to play the game, and hopefully that makes the game a lot more fun for you guys. And as we're doing that, there's lots of experiments that are going to take place, and we're going to see where some of the other systems end up. Here's a question. Question for loot drops. So if you sneak in normalized mode, there's no loot drops because you're just playing preset characters. But in any other mode, there are loot drops. So if you guys like playing Dungeon Defenders because you like it, and that's why you're watching the stream, then you can play this map because it's a new map and it's a lot of fun to play as a
new fun little map.
Will you be able to? Oh man, this is a question that's a little far ahead. Oh, and people are saying give minion possession. They have some hints. Will you be able to make a DPS, hero damage, or ability power Abyss Lord?
You will be able to make an ability power Abyss Lord. Abyss Lord is not about hero damage though. He's about ability power and other things.
So guys, we're gonna stop talking about the Abyss Lord today, but tune in next stream, which is going. Oh man, it's Mr. Squish and Smash. So tune into the next dev stream, which is not next week, but the week after. Our dev streams are every other week now. And we're going to talk more about the Abyss Lord and future heroes then. Oh man, do you think Butter can beat the clown boss?
I think he has. He has a very symmetric setup.
That'll work. That'll beat him. All right, let's go over these last few questions. Will there be any pets during the carnival that are exclusive to that event? The golden pets.
Yeah, the golden pets.
And why is the Jester being so mean?
Well, I think of the Jester for now as kind of chaotic neutral for the time.
That's her definition on her hero design sheet, is chaotic neutral.
Yes, there we go.
Okay, so quickly, let's do lightning round.
You did it. Well done, Butter.
Alright, will we get a hero similar to the Cobalt King, aka something normally an enemy type altered changed to be a playable hero?
Potentially, yeah.
Will more enemy types and mob types, once they are made, be added into previous maps instead of just new ones?
Yes.
Will monthly quests ever be something other than pets?
Yes.
Are any new game modes planned before the game leaves early access?
Yes.
Are you rebalancing heavy cannonball towers soon?
Yes.
Can you increase the drop rate of Malthius weapons?
Yes.
Will there be new Ubers or reasons to use tokens?
Yes and yes.
Can you add more achievements and titles?
Yeah, we can. Absolutely. There we go. It was all yeses.
Sweet. Those are easy. All yeses. All right, guys. We do have some questions about the end prize. So if you got all the prizes, then there's no more prizes to get from the wheel because it consumes down. So you just get tickets. You get tickets just like you would on any other map because in normalized mode, playing the carnival doesn't drop any tickets because it drops no loot. So instead, you'll get those from the end wheel for playing the map.
Yep.
I think that's it. Is there anything else you want to say about the carnival or the future?
Hope you guys have fun with it, and be sure to leave some feedback on the forum so that we know if you like normalized play, you like these fun little consumables, should we add more of them, and things along those lines. And enjoy the cool galaxy skins.
Yeah, so we think you guys are going to have fun. There's lots of new sheep costumes. So just to recap, guys, the Dragonfall Carnival comes out Tuesday. You get the Hero Marketplace. You get tickets dropping all throughout the world, which you can use these tickets to get cool buffs and consumables and fun items like hats and fireworks and those kind of things. These are available for a limited time. The carnival's only going to be here from now until our next major update, so make sure you stock up on those things. Now you do get more tickets for playing harder difficulty maps. So if you're in Nightmare 4, you're going to be getting a lot more tickets,
yep.
than if you're in an earlier map. And there's also the Carnival, which is here now. It's going to go away. It's going to come back. It's a traveling carnival. Right now, the goblins have taken over and the jesters. Just showing up to play with the clown. Just to be silly, I guess. I don't know.
Yep.
I
mean, she's doing her job. She works for the carnival.
That's
she
true.
can't just not show up.
She just doesn't care.
Yep.
So the admission passes, if you can sneak into the carnival if you want, play for free, or you can use an admission pass to get in. And admission passes cost 150 gems, and you can get skins and golden pets and all sorts of cool prizes for doing that as well. Can I get my tickets at the grocery store? Unfortunately not, but maybe in the future. Cool. All right, thank you guys for tuning in. We'll see you Tuesday. And remember, stay tuned after for the Social Tavern, where you're going to hear the Casters Guild talk about the stream. And we'll see you again in 2 weeks.
2 weeks. Talk about the Abyss Lord.
You'll see the Abyss Lord. Hadad's like, I can't wait to play with him on the stream. Maybe that will happen, maybe it won't.
Maybe
Find
it won't.
out in 2 weeks.